This morning on Daybreak for you, a follow-up to an investigation about the price gouging of medical supplies in Springfield.
And although child care centers are still allowed to operate, many are having to close their doors because of a drop in attendance.
Also, a doctor in Ohio discusses a possible new symptom to look for concerning COVID-19. It's all this hour for you here on Daybreak.
Good morning, and thanks for starting off your Thursday with us. It's March 26th. I'm Lauren Barnett.
And I'm Joe Morano. Hour number 2 here, ready to go as we get moving on this Thursday morning where some nice weather is in store. It's a welcome relief of some sort, right?
Oh, yeah. And meteorologist Elisa Raffa joins us. Elisa, we know you were talking with the Ozarks Fox AM crew about shorts weather, like what temperature it has to hit before you're allowed to wear shorts.
Yeah, I think that's a matter of preference, but Jeremy was joking about coming in this morning and wearing shorts, and I told him it's going to be in the 50s in the morning. You got to wait until like 3 o'clock to put your shorts on.
But
later on, shorts weather, right?
Yeah, I mean, later on today, we'll have temperatures warm up into record territory. We've got clouds out there this morning, temperatures in the 50s. It's 53 degrees on southerly winds, holding steady at around 16 miles per hour. We do have some dense fog in West Plains down to a half a mile visibility, 4 miles in Branson, and then we've got some clearer conditions from Springfield and areas to the north, so a much smaller area of fog this morning. We're mostly cloudy to start, but we'll have more sunshine later on today. Temperatures already getting a big boost, 10 to 15 degrees warmer in spots. It's 50 in Branson, 60 in Harrison, and 50 degrees in Mountain Grove. So we're looking at some fog out there this morning, otherwise dry roads through the afternoon with sunshine and breezy southerly winds. Temperatures will warm up into the 70s this afternoon, flirting with temperatures in the lower 80s, and that could break some records out there today. Record highs possible. We'll have some showers and storms return overnight tonight into tomorrow with more severe weather possible. Details on that coming up in 10 minutes.
There are now 23 cases of the coronavirus in Greene County, but 5 people have fully recovered from it. However, the health department will not be announcing future cases now. That information will be on the Health and Senior Services website. Wright County has its first case of the virus too, though. That person is in Mansfield and was already in a self-quarantine. There's now more than 350 cases of coronavirus in Missouri.
Child care centers are still allowed to operate under Greene County's new stay-at-home order, but Color 10's Nija McDonald discovered some providers are having to make a tough decision on whether or not to close their doors as attendance drops. Nija?
Well, Lauren, I met an in-home child care provider who says 5 of the 7 families she serves are essential workers, but says she's the minority and not the majority after talking with other providers in our area who are unsure of what to do next.
Kristen Boyle has operated an in-home child care for 13 years.
I have a total of 7 families that I care for, some full-time, some part-time.
And under Greene County's new stay-at-home order, Boyle can remain open.
5 out of 7 of those are considered essential workers.
So those with essential jobs can continue working. Boyle says,
my business has not been affected too much by it,
but says this isn't the case for many others.
I know just within the last week, one provider who lost 4 of her 6 kids. Another provider has lost so many that I think she's going to have to close.
Boyle says with the stay-at-home order, some daycares will now be putting out more money than they'll receive.
We're having to put in so many extra hours.
Hours spent sanitizing her business. Boyle says,
the biggest impact, though, I think is going to be financially. I think we're going to end up losing a lot of in-home daycares by the time this is over because they can't afford to keep doing it when they have half the number of kids they normally have.
She says she has had to make some changes.
Several weeks ago, I stopped allowing parents inside my house anymore.
Boyle says she does the child exchange at her door to protect the other children as well as her own family.
Taking temperatures at the door when the kids come in, we're trying to wash their hands when they come in.
And another challenge, try to teach toddlers to social distance.
And one way Boyle is trying to teach about distancing, she's buying separate crayon boxes and Play-Doh for each child so they don't share. Missouri Child Care Providers reminds parents to keep your child home if they are sick.
Moving on now, we have a follow-up to an investigation that we brought you a few weeks ago about a group that hoarded medical masks and tried to sell them for profit, first at $12.50 each, then again at $5 each, all during a shortage. Attorney General Eric Schmidt's office investigated this. Now the AG's office has issued a cease and desist, resulting in the group returning at least 600 masks back to original retailers. Attorney General Schmidt told Jesse Inman that price gouging is currently among their top priorities.
We've seen certainly an uptick in those complaints to our office, over 250 as relates to this set of circumstances, whereas just a week ago, I think we were only at a couple dozen. So we've certainly seen more people call in. Price gouging is a big focus for us right now. And we want people to know that that's illegal, and the Attorney General's office is going to take action when necessary.
The state is keeping an eye out on items of necessity right now, like toilet paper and cleaning supplies. If you see price gouging, you should call the AG's office.
If you know how to sew, you can help out with some of those necessities by using that skill to stop the spread of COVID-19. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints put together sewing kits for anyone able to make masks for hospital employees. They are hospital grade, breathable, 100% waterproof, and supposedly keep bacteria and viruses out. Yesterday afternoon, church members put the kits together, then set up outside in their parking lot to hand them out.
I love the Ozarks. Our community is so amazing. We have heroes coming from everywhere just to sew these so that our people have protection and they can help us. I love it.
Anytime there's a disaster or a need, I hope that this makes a difference and allows people to remember that we've pulled together in this and we can pull together for other things.
You could see a long line of cars there. Some people left empty-handed, though they are expecting to give 20,000 masks to the hospital in total.
An Ohio doctor says new symptoms are rising in COVID-19 cases. Dr. Amy Acton's staff has noticed more people with the coronavirus having gastrointestinal tract issues and fatigue. Plus, the World Health Organization is looking into reports that the virus may cause a loss of smell and taste. However, none of these symptoms are on the CDC's website yet. As of now, fever, cough, and trouble breathing are still the biggest indicators of the coronavirus.
In your news around the region, Rogers, Arkansas officials addressed the city after an elementary student tested positive for COVID-19. During a press conference, Mayor Greg Hines said city leaders are collaborating every day in this time of uncertainty. He said they're paying close attention to several aspects, including the city's 2020 budget. Hines says even though Rogers will see a reduction in funds from sales taxes, the city is prepared to make up the difference.
I want to calm the fears of the people that live in the city of Rogers. If there is in any way a need for additional funds as it relates to the next 60, 90, 120 throughout the rest of the year, we have the funds to do that, and we will do a cleanup ordinance at the end of the year.
Mayor Hines says everyone should continue to monitor the Arkansas Department of Health and CDC websites.
Last night, the Bentonville bomb squad was called to a Rogers home for a suspicious package. According to police there, after an argument between a couple on Tuesday, the woman found that package inside her home yesterday. Keith Foster with the police department said the bomb squad did clear the scene and found no explosive devices.
We want to start incorporating more stories that are positively Ozarks for you into our morning show. We've seen the community has each other's back during this tough time.
News can be a bit tough around now as well, so we're making an effort to bring you a piece of positivity when we can.
So today's Positively Ozarks moment comes from Crystal Danielle Walker. She went to Walmart to get travel-sized supplies to make essential kits for the homeless.
All right, very good to see. Dropped off half the kits at Rare Breed to support homeless teens as well.
Looks like I like it a lot. Looks like they have an assembly line going.
Yeah, and there's always so many options of things in those bins at Walmart, the little travel size options, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, all sorts of things that you can be able to use. Good to see that some folks are taking care of others, right?
Yeah, and happy to see that those supplies were on the shelves for them to purchase for homeless people too.
Always good to see. In the meantime, if you have something you want to share, find us on social media, use the hashtag Positively Ozarks. Let's talk about it on Daybreak. Let's spread a little goodwill, right?
Yes, we are setting up an email account for you to directly send us story ideas, but in the meantime, this is where you can find each of us, and we'd love to share your story.
All right, Elisa.
Yeah, good morning. We're starting out with some dry roads out there in Springfield. We've got some clear visibility in Springfield, but that visibility is taking a hit in West Plains, where we're down to a half-a-mile visibility with some dense fog. Temperatures soar into record territory today. Your forecast is up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.